I don't even know what to say. This is great. This is why we do this. Well, it's been a wild couple of days. My life plans have changed drastically. That's all I can really say on that right now. Hopefully, you all are doing great. Look at this beautiful sunset. Spent some time. I went to an Oktoberfest. It was not very Oktoberfesty. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. This is crazy. I'm gonna go type this up right now. This is a pretty good story. Crazy how the world works, right? The people you meet, the things you do, the way you never expect it to happen. I like having plans, goals, dreams. Sometimes things happen that just screw it all up. So ran into so before Oktoberfest, I brought all my stuff for about an hour and a half of work. I've been trying this for like 4 days. I'm at one point in a book I'm reading about the financial markets of America, and like there's parts that are way too good, so I have to type and respond and analyze some things. And I've been putting it off. Well, I'm just not really putting it off. I think like 3 different times I planned on doing it, and I something else happened. So this time I go to this coffee shop right before Oktoberfest. Like I got an hour and a half. Let's knock this out. Let's do some reading. Let's do some discourse. By the time I even freaking ordered my coffee, there's just this, I mean, random, never had seen her before, woman sitting there, and she's probably, let's not put an age on her. She's a little bit older, probably a generation above me, and so she's just chilling. And I give her good morning. She's like, good morning. I order my coffee, and by the time my freaking coffee's made, I don't. She says it was my fault that I came and disrupted her peace. She was just sitting for peace, and I'm pretty sure she said something about my book, maybe like what book are you reading or something like that. And so I was like, oh, it's about like how the financial and investing markets have changed over the last 30 years. And she's like, oh, what do you think about the economy? So then, obviously, as an economist, that spurred me up. Um, but by the time I even freaking got my coffee, we're in this heated dead conversation. It was amazing. So I finally get my coffee. And I'm just gonna sit next to you, and we end up talking for like an hour and a half. So I did absolutely no work. We talked to. It's found out she works for a nonprofit on island because a lot of the government here doesn't really affect much change. So the nonprofit hasn't had their funding from the government in like 2 years. So our government just is like, well, I wouldn't say broke. It's just corrupt. So we have elections. Make sure you vote. We gotta fix this shit. So they haven't had their funding for 2 years, and it's the Family Resource Center. I believe it's the nonprofit's name, and it really focuses on abuse and domestic violence. Very important topics, right? So then I go and talk about my friend Melissa. Shout out Melissa, ooh, e-bodyguard. I'm like, I have a friend that has developed this massive infrastructure, and police stations, police chiefs, DAs all over the world. I think you're in Brazil right now, right, Melissa? So I think she's in Brazil working with their government to install her technology and all of her processes, etc., etc. Check out eBodyguard. It's an app, uh, Apple, Android, wherever you want it. eBodyguard. It's something everyone should have on their phones at all times. Could save your life, could make prosecuting easy. So it basically collects data, encrypts it, and makes it all admissible in the court so that you can't get anything dismissed for improper this or improper that, whatever crap there is. So, anyways, telling her about that. So now I'm set up to go meet with them and talk with them and see if, eBodyguard will be a good product for them, which obviously it will. And yeah, man. So we talked about future generation, elections, politics, economy, talked about spirituality, all in an hour and a half. Me and just crazy meeting. Just literally the only person at the coffee shop. She's just chilling. And then by the end of it, like she's as engaged as me, which is awesome. She's like, wow, you got my brain thinking. She goes, man, you came over here and disrupted my peace. I was just sitting here enjoying it. Now I have to think, and now my mind's moving. And so I was like, that's what I love to do. Let's go think more and ponder more. And so it was awesome. Then she had to go down, and her nonprofit was helping with Oktoberfest, so she went down there. But it was amazing to meet her, and then she introduced me to a few of her coworkers at the Family Resource Center. So that should be fun. That was a crazy good one. That was a fun, super serendipitous encounter. Love just going and meeting random people. It was like, sometimes you're like, okay, like, yeah, I'll go there. I'll go to this event. Maybe I'll meet some cool people. Maybe I'll meet some network or whatever. Like, you kind of have the intention. This one, I was like, I'm going to go be by myself. I'm going to put my book out. I'm going to pull my computer out. I'm going to type and create content and whatever and read for an hour and a half. And I don't want to talk to no one. All my friends aren't showing up yet. And oddly enough, that sure as hell did not happen. Now, something else happened that I'm not gonna share publicly yet, but it's been a freaking really good week. I'll tell you that much. Really good week. Things are about to be very, very different. Anyways,